on.
I'm offended, but I'm happy to be here, so I'll be nice. On Tuesday won't be so nice, but yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. Glad there's no wrestling questions, so I don't have to be embarrassed. So I'm 1-1 being embarrassed on this channel. So hopefully, 2-1 not being embarrassed after this match. So I'm excited for all 2024 season questions. Make it easy on us.
That's unfortunate. Did they hear my comment about this not actually being live?
Yes, they can hear you, but now they can hear me. Now we're all good, right? Can you guys hear me now?
Of course they didn't hear me because it's not live.
We are live. Yeah, well, anyway, we're going to go to our chat right quick. We says, yeah, good luck, guys. Go USA. Hello, Topher. What's up, man? What is up, Toph? Go soccer, go. Is Cass muted? Muted. I hear Brandon. Didn't hear Cass. Now it's all good. All right, well, I'll let you know that Brandon is the fake Lights Out Trivia champion, but he is the winner of same team rule baseball. But you can watch myself and Brandon decide who is the real CW or the real Lights Out Trivia champion, me, this Tuesday. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great time. But introducing Brandon's opponent. He is a former Lights Out divisional champion. You're damn right he is. He's everyone's
and defending.
And
Not
defending.
a lot of people can say they defended.
His record in CWT may say he's 0-10, but he did beat Jacob Barber in a handicap match once. It's Papa West.
So Brandon, hear me out. Neither of us have won, so we could just shake hands and call it a draw, just like with Jeremy. Let's go.
We don't do that here.
What?
We don't do that here.
I didn't want to. Tato made me.
Of course, the Canadian won't let us shake hands.
Nope.
What in the world?
You wait until we go to war and we win. All right. So, guys, we are going to go ahead and we are going to turn on some motivational background music for you. And we're going to turn that down a little bit, though.
I'm inspired.
All right, guys.
This is my moment.
Is it your moment? All right. So, we're going to tell you how round number 1 works, because round number 1 in sports works like this. Each player shows that a first round strength is broken down to 2 questions each. Then a 4-point question, a random Big 4 sport, will be asked with 4 possible answers. 1 point per correct answer. I'll let you know that those in the chat, you can bet your loonies, there's still time to bet your loonies on your channel points on who do you think will win this match. Currently we have 620 on Brandon and 30 on Papa West. So the odds are in your favor. If Papa West can pull off the apparent upset, then someone will be rich. We're going to start with Papa's strength, and he chose the 2013 Philadelphia Eagles to now. And your question in the Philadelphia Eagles is, since 2013, who is one of the 2 first-round draft picks by the Eagles that have been selected to the Pro Bowl? You only have to name 1. But just be aware, much like with much trivia leagues, if you try to flex and name both and you're wrong on one of them, you'll be wrong completely. Eric said loser goes to WWE. That's not good. Oh, I get it. Because it's CM Punk was the real world champion. I get it now. Who is the Jungle Boy, Eric? Who am I going to beat up out back? And have Tato fear for his life? Are you good, Brandon?
Yeah, I can't think of it.
All right. Well, Brandon, what do you got?
I think it's the current dude who won the Heisman in Alabama.
And Papa.
Lane Johnson.
Correct answers are Lane Johnson and Carson Wentz. Also, Carson Wentz. Lane Johnson, though. Papa on the board early with the Eagles.
Devontae Smith never made a Pro Bowl? What?
That's what Hugh Perkins said. Yeah, Devontae Smith, not in the Pro Bowl.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right.
I was about to write him. I was like, Lane Johnson. I was like, Lane Johnson, what? I don't think he was drafted in 2013.
Sure he was.
But
So your second question, speaking of wide receivers on the Eagles, which Eagles wide receiver was the first to score a touchdown in Super Bowl 52? Fun fact about Super Bowl 52, I watched that at a movie theater. It was a fun time. Seeing Nick Foles dominate. Is Nick Foles going to have a statue in Philadelphia, Papa?
he does.
He does? Damn, okay.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Yo, what's up, Ray? How's it going? Don't tell any of them I'm not in the game show chat right now. I had things to do. All right. Papa, what do you got?
That would be Bears legend Alshon Jeffrey.
Brandon.
I just doubled up with the
Okay, not a bad guess, but yeah, it was
Not in the
Alshon
league.
Jeffrey.
I wasn't sure if he was yet.
We got a hydrate from Eric. I only have this Pepsi here. I'll go get some water in a minute.
He got in the league after that, yeah.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2020, 2021.
All right, so now we're going to go into the NBA 2010 Slam Dunk Contest. And your first question is, who was the only player in the 2010s to win the Slam Dunk Contest in their team's home city? And that being the team they were playing for in the Slam Dunk Contest. Unfortunately, Ray, my body guy alert doesn't work right now. I gotta fix that. You just reminded me. I'm gonna make a note of that. I gotta fix my body guy alert. All right, looks like you're both in. Brandon, what do you got?
Terrence Ross in Toronto.
And Papa.
I said GOAT Zach LaVine.
That is a dirty sweep. We're looking for Blake Griffin in 2011, I believe, winning it in the Staples Center. Blake Griffin, when he was on the Clippers. Moving on to your second question. Who was the only player to receive 100 for a first-round score in the 2010s? It was only done once. Okay, cool. All right. Papa, what do you got?
I almost pulled a Brandon and didn't change it, but I switched it to Aaron Gordon, the actual
Brandon.
GOAT.
I was actually thinking last second Aaron Gordon, but I put Zach LaVine.
That's because the answer is you shouldn't have changed Papa. It's Zach LaVine.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
He won
Brandon.
two, so I figured one of those he must have.
Brandon on the board here. Yes, he did get 100 in the first round. But we are going to go to our first wheel selection sport. There's 4 sports still in play here. And we're going to decide which your 4-pointer is going to become in which sport. And that sport will be. Major League Baseball. All right.
Respin.
Keith.
We don't do that here. All right.
What?
So your 4-pointers, though, Brandon, you're currently not in the lead. So would you like to pick the number for which one we play here, or would you like to defer and pick in the battle zone later?
Just pick
So there is 2 that you can pick. You can pick 1 or 2, or you can get Papa to pick this, and you have to pick the battle zone.
I'll put this in Papa's hand.
Okay, Papa, would you like to play the 1 or 2 for the MLB 4-pointer?
Number 1.
Number 1 it is. So I need you to tell me right on your boards. Your question is, what are the 4 years in which the Miami/Florida Marlins have made the MLB postseason? The Marlins been around going on 30 plus years, only made the postseason 4 times. Looks like Papa is in. Brandon, are you in?
Yeah.
All right. Well, just give me 1 second. All right. Perkins said they still have a team. Yeah, they do somehow. Derek Jeter's part of their team. All right. Brandon, what do you got?
Pretty sure I'm dancing around the World Series, but I put 98, 2002, 2001, and 15.
All right. And Papa.
I'm gonna say I tried my best not to J it, so I did 98, 2003, 2002, and 99.
All right. Well, your correct answers are the 2 years they won the World Series, 97 and 2003. And then 2020 when they expanded the playoffs, and then 2023 they made a wild card. So Brandon, you got a none. And Papa, you picked up the 2003 World Series. So we have a score of 1-3. But still lots of time to get back in the lead here. Because we are going to go to round number 2. And round number 2 works like this. Each player shows in a second strength that will be broken down to 4 questions. Each player only answered their own questions, and there's no steals. There's 1 point per correct answer. And Brandon, we are going to go to you first with the LA Dodgers from 2014 to now. And your first question is, who did the Dodgers lose to in the 2018 World Series?
Wait. Boston Red Sox.
That is correct. See, that's why I did that one, just to make sure you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. 18, 19 was National, 20 was okay.
All right. So, your next question. Which 2019 first overall pick by the Dodgers were traded to the Cubs prior to the 2024 season?
I'm blanking. Cody Bellinger.
That is incorrect. Looking for Michael Bush.
Oh, yeah.
But moving on. Next question. Who was the only Dodgers player to hit a home run in the World Series, winning Game 6 against the Rays in 2020? Yeah, that was the deciding game. There was no Game 7, just to fill you in on some stuff.
Corey Seager.
That is also incorrectly looking for Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts. But you still have 1 question remaining. And that question is, since 2014, who is the only LA Dodger to compete twice in the Home Run Derby?
Is Jock Peterson?
That is correct. Tying up the game with Papa as we go into Papa's questions in the category of Dirk Nowitzki on the Mavericks. Doesn't want any college or his post-NBA career questions.
There's some weird German league stuff that I couldn't find.
No. I was gonna ask you, like, where did he buy a retirement home at in 2022? All right. But however, speaking of that, your question: Dirk Nowitzki wore which number while playing for the Mavericks since it's been retired by the team?
I always get confused on this one, and I J it. I believe it's 42.
It's 41.
God damn it! Okay. I knew it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. Next question. After the Milwaukee Bucks drafted Dirk, they sent him and which point guard to the Mavericks in a trade?
Great question. Great question. I always study who the Bucks got and never who they sent with him. Oh goodness, darn it! I also couldn't name you who the Bucks got. That's just always the thing that I read. But we're gonna say Avery Johnson.
So, believe it or not, they must have flipped him at some point. It was Steve Nash.
Really?
Yeah, never played for the Bucks, but he got traded. Pretty sure. Let me make sure I'm right there because I'm pretty sure that's what I read.
Steve Nash played with Dirk.
Yeah, he didn't play for.
Well, he played with Dirk because it's the Bucks sent Dirk and a point guard to the Mavericks.
Yeah,
he
it
was
says,
a
the Milwaukee Bucks selected Nowitzki with the 9th pick in the draft, traded to the Mavericks in a multi-team deal. Oh, it was a multi-team deal. Okay.
Can I challenge the validity of this question then?
Yes, you can. I'll get you another one.
Great.
I didn't read that part that it was a multi-team deal. But Steve Nash did go with him. I didn't write it correctly. That's what I did. Okay, give me 1 second. We're just going to go on to your other two questions, and I'll go back to it, okay? That's a my bad. I should have worded it differently. In which year did Dirk Nowitzki win the NBA three-point contest?
2008.
2006. All right.
Not a guarantee. Interesting.
Question. Yeah, because I thought that was weird. I was like, I don't think Steve Nash ever played for the Bucks.
No.
In January 2013, Dirk and the rest of the Mavericks made a pact to not do which specific thing until the team returned to a 500 record.
Shave
Shave what?
their beards.
See, now we're looking for legs? No, I'm kidding. It is beards. It is beards. All right. So, Papa, we are going to give you 2 points so far, bringing it to 5, and now give me 1 second here, okay? Okay. There'll be nothing on the screen for this, but all right. Your question is.
Exactly. How many points he scored?
In which year did Dirk Nowitzki win NBA MVP?
2008.
That was 2007.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, 2007. All right, so you'll stick with 2 points. Sorry the mess up there. I'm going to not write questions while I'm high anymore. All right.
I was about to say, name the point guard the Mavericks sent to the Bucks in exchange for Dirk Nowitzki.
All right, but it's all right. It's 5-3. We're gonna go to the battle zone, and the battle zone works like this. A wheel will be spun featuring the Big Four sports. Once a category is chosen, each player will guess 5 answers pertaining to the question on screen, with starting with the lowest score. There's 1 point per correct answer. So let me get my board out
How
here.
much were our last points worth?
What?
How much were those last questions worth?
1 each.
We both got 1 right.
I got 2 right.
Yeah, you did. It was 3-1. You both got 2 right.
Oh, 3-1.
Yeah, it was 3-1.
Oh, you got 2 right or 1 right?
Yeah, you got 2 right, Papa. You got the first one. Oh wait, no, you didn't. Oh,
no, he did.
No, I missed
3-3.
Yeah,
and then he got.
Bad. It's 3-4. 3-4.
Don't question the man. It's 5-3.
Thank you. See, I'm right off the rails. I messed up a question. Now I'm off the rails. It's okay. All right. So today your battle zone will come in the category of The NBA.
Respin.
Again, we don't do that.
Darn it.
All right, so Brandon, we have 2 NBA battle zones left. Which would you like, 1 or 2?
I didn't like the first time 1, so we'll go 2.
We're gonna go 2. All right. So today, let me get a marker here to keep track of your answers. Because Brandon, we're gonna start with you. And your questions is... What were 10 of the cities represented during the inaugural season of the Basketball Association of America in 1946/47, which was the original NBA? There was 11 possible answers, but we only need 10 of them today. So Cohen,
And this is just Brandon, correct?
no, it's both of you. You're going to go back and forth, back and forth. So Brandon, we'll start with you.
I'll go New York.
Papa.
Boston.
Brandon.
Baltimore.
Papa.
Philadelphia.
Brandon.
Chicago.
Papa.
Let's go with Milwaukee.
And Brandon.
Minneapolis.
And Papa.
Miami.
Okay. And Brandon, your final one.
Indianapolis.
Okay. And Papa, final one of the round.
That was going to be my guess. Let's go with Washington, D.C.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe that.
I totally meant Minneapolis instead of Milwaukee. I'm an idiot. But
All right. So the 11 possible answers you could have had are Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Providence, Toronto, Washington, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and St. Louis. So Brandon, you got 2, Papa 3, which means we're going to move up our score to 5-7. So we now have that 2-point differential. Which, Papa, if no one said anything about the score, then we could have had a possible tie here in the final round because it would have been a 3-point differential. But we are going to go to the final round.
Jesus, Brandon.
Final round works like this. The player currently in the lead will choose a number between 1 and 3 to shuffle the 20 possible questions. The player with the lowest score will then choose 3 numbers between 1 and 20. Players will answer at the same time, and there's 3 points per correct answer. All right, so before we begin, what did I say? The player in the lead? Yeah, so Papa, how many times we shuffle in these 20 questions between 1 and 3?
Chris Perkins in the chat. Give me a number between 1 and 3.
Perkins, you're here. What's that number? Where's Perky at? Perkins here. Perkins. He might be having a piss break.
Okay.
He said 2. He said 2. He said 2.
Sweet. Thank you, Chris. That's exactly what I was thinking also. So let's do that 2 times, please.
All right. Now, Brandon, I need 3 numbers between 1 and 20.
Perkins, write the numbers 1, 2, and 3 in the chat real quick.
Is that the ones you want?
You can't
1, 2,
take
and 3?
my bit.
That's the ones I want.
My bit.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, and 3. Still got to write them down just in case. So, we are going to tell you your first question, and it comes in the category of other sports, which is from Lights Out Trivia, saying it's general. All right, so your first question is going to be, Perkins only typed 3. That was it. But your first question in other sports will be, the NLL is a professional sports league based on which sport? You guys are quickly in on that one. Brandon, what do you got?
Lacrosse.
And Papa.
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse is the correct answer. Go Thunderbirds. All right. The only professional sports team Halifax has. All right. So, we're going to move on here to question number 2, and I'm glad we got one of these because this is one I took, a category I took from CWT is called In Which Year? But for sports, I'm going to give you the 4 teams in the Big 4 sports that won the championships in a year. You have to tell me which year that was. And this is in the year that the Super Bowl was played, just in case there's any confusion.
Okay.
All right. So your 4 teams are the New York Yankees, the Dallas Stars, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Denver Broncos. I just need to know the year that these 4 teams won.
So you said it's the year that the Super Bowl was played. Does that mean every other championship was that year too?
Whatever the final game was played in that year. So like 2024, this is not 2024, would be like Chiefs, Dodgers, Panthers, Celtics. You know what I mean? So we got here in the chat, we got great concept. Thank you. Thunderbirds are going all the way, brother. Hell yeah, dude. And both Chris Perkins and Mike Porter saying lacrosse. Thank you. Good job. Good guesses there, guys.
My brain's in a blender.
You guys both have an answer.
Yep.
Just like you do.
Yeah.
All right, Papa, we're going to start with you. What do you got?
I believe it was 1998.
And Brandon.
1998.
That is incorrect, but you were close. It was 1999. 1999. Yes, the Yankees did win in 1999, but I know the Stars and the Broncos, or I don't know, Spurs, one of those teams did not win.
Elway, yeah.
However, we're going to go into your final question and deciding one of the round. It comes in the category number 3, which is the Stanley Cup. And your question, and the Stanley Cup is: who is one of the 2 goalies to win Stanley Cup MVP in the 2010s? What do we have in here? Perkins also said 98. Rip. MVP says 1999, the best year because I was born. Damn, you got one right. But yeah, Nowhere Boulevard here, correct. It says 98 was the last year of the Bulls dynasty. That is true, because that's when Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman had their match at Bash to the Beach. But he does say the Broncos won in 98, though. That's good. All right. So, Brandon, what do you have?
Best number in sports in LA, Jonathan Quick, number 32.
Papa.
I really hope the second one is Marc-Andre Fleury.
So, I will let you know that Jonathan Quick is the correct answer. And your other correct answer was Tim Thomas, which means Brandon, you came from behind. You picked up the victory today, coming from behind with the final question, much like Joey Suba did on our first match of this tournament. Well, we got in the chat, though. Chris Perkins also said Fleury. We also have a buff cow. Ryan's Not Training says, at Nowhere Boulevard, don't let us distract you from the fact that in 1998, The Undertaker threw Mankind off Hell in a Cell and plummeted 16 feet through the announcer's table. That is true. Rest in peace, Papa. And go Knicks.
Wait, I have to die because of this? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, you mistakenly signed up for Squid Games. My bad, man. Okay. Yeah. But
bound to happen eventually.
Brandon, you trailed most of the match and you came back in the end. Nowhere Boulevard says that was a hidden stipulation. Sorry, man. But you picked up the victory today, and you're going to move on to your match next round. You'll be playing Michael Turner, who also won his first round match. So we'll see how that goes. But Brandon, anything you want to say, promote, talk about? Talk shit about Michael Turner, talk shit about me. It's up to you.
Michael Turner's good. I played like poop, but I got a King's question to end the round. So that was great. No, I feel good. This is fun. I need to actually study the dunk contest and the Dodgers. But what I don't need to study for is Tuesday, Lights Out Trivia, when I drag you through the mud and reclaim the unified title. And I throw the Tato era on my back and prove once and for all the Tato era is the one true era.
Damn, you got some harsh words, but yes, watch that coming soon. The real world champion against the fake Lights Out world champion on Lights Out Trivia over on YouTube. But yeah, in the chat we have MEB saying the Super Bowl made me feel sad for the losing team. Nowhere Boulevard saying don't feel sad for them, don't feel bad for them, they suck. Topher agreeing, and then BB Poison saying the Super Bowl never happened. Papa, your thoughts on the Super Bowl not happening and anything you want to say about this match or promote for the future?
So the whole time the Super Bowl was happening, I was like, you know what? I'm going to wake up soon, right? I'm going to be in my bed. I'm like, it's Sunday, because I didn't think it was happening when it was actually happening. But guys, it happened. Unfortunately, that was not a dream. That was reality. And the Eagles laid the smackdown on the Chiefs. It was glorious. But no, I am destined to always fall just a little short in the eyes of Brandon. Numbers. I hate numbers for a reason, and they played a fun role today. I was one off several times. I will be off by one several more times in this non-ending duel I have to be better than the man to that side.
That's the way we go, and you're not talking about Shaq himself.
Because my hand went further than Shaq.
That hand, your ring hand.
You will never be better than Shaq.
You're just pimping that you're married. You're like, look at me. That 2 married guys here playing trivia. Damn.
Guys, it happened.
It did.
Yeah, you can do it too.
Wow. And shout out to Michael Turner, also married. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Congratulations to 820 loonies going to Topher. He's the only believer in you, Brandon, but he put all of his loonies on you. And
I got you, so.
The person who bet on you, Papa, is like, shit, he lost it in the end. They put the call into the refs and were like, give us an LA Kings question.
I said in the comment of the Facebook post, 0-11, here I come. So whoever bet on me, look at the Facebook group.
Well, I'll have you know that you're only 0-1 in CWT Sports. This is a different record, so you're good, man. You're good. You're good. But yes, thank you to everyone who is watching here today. Thank you to Chris Perkins, Emmy Beef, BB Poison, Topher LaBelle, Nowhere Boulevard, Ryan's Not Trying. Eric was here as well, and so is Ray. Thank you, Ray, for showing up too. Appreciate all of you guys, and stay tuned because tomorrow night we'll have another match for you. And it's Jake Tato taking on Jacob Barber. Battle the Jakes, Jake/Jacobs. You're also Jacob too, Papa West, but we don't call you that. I don't think anyone's ever called you Jacob here.
What?
But yeah, no, it's crazy, right? Crazy. All right, have a great night, everyone. We are going to go over to where I was at earlier. The only game show. We're going to go ahead and array to them. They have a show going on right now. We'll just go say hi to them. I'm a sponsor for their stuff, so that's always fun. So we're gonna head. Anyone that's watching, we're gonna head over there.
Woo! That's exciting.
It's gonna be a great time for the people. Yeah, but we've never been live, right, Papa?
Right.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's all been a figment of our imagination, like the Super Bowl.
Yes.